Hello and welcome to the final update of Term 1, Friday 27th of October. Can't quite believe where 8 weeks have gone. It seems to have flown by, but here we are. We've got lots to share with you today, so I will jump straight in. And the first thing that I want to talk about is sixth form open evening. So that is a really important event for us. And if you are a year 11 child or a parent of a year 11 child, it'll be a really important event, I'm sure, for you too. So that event takes place on the first Thursday after we return from the half-term break. So that is Thursday, the 9th of November. The evening begins at 5:15 if you are an external student, but if you are one of our year 11s, then the evening begins at 6. It's a talk mainly from Rob Elms and some students. Rob Elms is our head of sixth form, assistant principal. And then the evening is then split at 6:30 until about 8 o'clock, and we have subject presentations from our various subjects. So a really good opportunity for you to come and hear bite-sized chunks, giving your children some further information and guidance about what each of those subjects offer post-16. In terms of numbers, just to give you a little bit of clarity really, in terms of our year 12 and 13 student groups. So we've got a sixth form here at Chipping Campden School of around 340, 350. And in year 12, we have a population of about 170. It changes year on year marginally, but it's around those numbers each year. And that is comprised of about 130 of our own year 11s who choose to stay on with us to year 12. And then we take on around 40 to 50 external students each year, giving us the group that we've got. So there's a really nice mix in our year 12 sixth form of internal students and external. But I guess the key message from me today is don't just take our word from it, don't just read the prospectus. Please do come and have a look round on Thursday the 9th of November. It'd be great to see you. And like I said, that event kicks off for our students at 6 o'clock. The second mention then today is in relation to the Chipping Campden School Parents Association. I had the absolute pleasure last week of meeting Melissa. Melissa is the temporary chair of the Parents Association. And I have to say, I was absolutely bowled over by the amount of discretionary effort and work that goes into this group from a relatively small group of our parents. The work that they put in behind the scenes is absolutely incredible, and the range of events that they can then lead in support of the school is absolutely super. So the reason for this mention, and the reason really for the large update on the weekly bulletin written format, is a little plug for any parents out there that would like to get involved. The group are always looking for enthusiastic volunteers. And there's a variety of ways for you to get in touch if you would like to get involved. All of that is in the written version of the bulletin. Please do drop Melissa and the team a line and they will respond and get in touch. And it really doesn't matter how much or how little time you can contribute. Anything will really help. And it's just a great way of raising funds for the school. But actually, I feel that's secondary behind the group of our parents getting together and working with the school, with our children, in support of our school, something that we all care so deeply about. So if you're interested, please get in touch with Melissa and the team using one of those methods of communication on the written version of the update. I'd then like to move on to parents' evenings, and I won't say too much in the video update because there's quite a lot of information contained in the written version. Please do take 5 minutes to have a really good read through what I've said to you in the written version of the update, because we're moving into a period of about 2 weeks worth of consultation about whether to continue with virtual parents' evenings or to move back to face-to-face parents' evenings. Obviously, before the pandemic, it was solely face-to-face, and I guess most schools across the country knew little else. And then the pandemic arrived and we moved virtual, and as a school, we've chosen to stay with virtual. Some schools have moved back to face-to-face. So no decision has been made moving forward. All we've committed to is that the Year 12 Parents' Evening coming up in a few weeks' time will be virtual, but we haven't made any decisions about the format of the Parents' Evenings beyond that single Parents' Evening. What we would like to do is hear from you. We'd like to hear from you as parents about your preference, about whether you feel it works for you on a virtual format or whether you would like to return to face-to-face. At the same time, I'm asking my staff the same question. They will each have a view. We've got the statistics relating to attendance over the last few years, so we can throw all of that into the mix. And then I think we'll be in a much better position to make a decision when we know the views of the people that it affects about what to do moving forward. There would be such a dichotomy of views, I'm sure. In fact, I know, just through speaking with parents, there are some parents that really value that face-to-face contact at Parents' Evening, and there are some parents who really prefer virtual, and it really polarises opinions. But we have to make a decision one way or the other, and we will do just that. So please do take the time to have a good read through what we've put in the written version of the bulletin this week, and please submit your response to the consultation by 5 p.m. on the first Monday back, so that is Monday the 6th of November. It's a really short consultation. It only has 3 questions, and I suspect it will take you no longer than 2 minutes to complete and submit. We'll then have a look at the results, make some decisions, and we'll get back to you. Okay, so thank you for that. 2 more to go. I wish I wasn't having to speak with you about this one, but equally it is our job at the school to keep your children safe, and that includes the journey to and from school. So we need to speak to you about this, and I guess what I'm asking for is for you to reinforce this message with your children at home over the half-term break, so that we can return after half-term in better shape in relation to what I'm about to say to you. We've had some reports from a couple of our drivers of our school buses, but also a couple of our students as well, that there's a little bit of unsavoury behaviour taking place on the school buses on the way to and from school. And when we've looked into this, a lot of that seems to stem from the fact that seatbelts are being removed or perhaps are not on in the first place on the journey. It's a really difficult one to try and police. Obviously, we're not really involved at all on the journey to school until the students arrive with us, which is far too late to do anything meaningful. And then on the way home from school, we can obviously do what we can when the buses are on site, but as soon as they leave the car park, we're really at the behest of the driver, the coach company, and just the responsibility of your children taking that seriously. So as of Wednesday of this week, we have implemented a system at the school whereby no coach is allowed to leave the school car park until a senior member of staff has been on that coach and visually checked that every single seatbelt is fastened. Obviously then, what students choose to do after the coach leaves very much is down to them and the driver. Please, can you underscore over the half-term break how important it is for your child to wear their seatbelt on the journey to and from school for the full duration of that journey. We do have CCTV on most of the school buses, and we have worked with our sixth form prefects to just monitor that a little bit for us as we return after half-term. So at the minute, what I'm referring to is in the minority, but we really do want to nip this in the bud for safety reasons, and I just ask for your support in drumming that message home to your children. And then we will finish on a huge positive. Work of the week this week was really, really difficult to choose. It was probably the most competitive, I would say, of all of the 8 weeks that we've had so far, with so much going on in the school calendar this week. But the person that we've awarded Work of the Week to is one of our Year 10 students called Ella. And the achievement itself, which I'll go into in a minute, is absolutely fantastic. But actually the reason that we've awarded Ella Work of the Week is because of everything that's led up to that achievement. So the achievement itself, Ella loves her swimming, and last Friday she was fortunate enough to be asked to compete in the Loughborough University International Swimming Gala. She represents Stratford Sharks on a local basis, but she was selected to compete in this prestigious event. And obviously being in Year 10, she is of a certain age, but she was in a competition which was an under 18 competition, including international athletes some of whom were Commonwealth and Olympic standards. So the quality of the field was so high, and Ella managed to place 6th in backstroke and 10th in freestyle, which is just a super achievement. That on its own is really standout. But actually, when I spoke with Ella earlier this week about that achievement, I think what really struck me was the level of dedication and commitment over such a long period of time that's led up to this. Ella started developing a love for swimming in year 5, and pretty much every day since then, she has dedicated a portion of that day to training. And over the last few years, that has led to her spending around 2 hours per day in the pool, training and training and training. And so I can't believe that she's managed to achieve what she has. We're so delighted for her. Many congratulations to you, Ella, if you're watching this, to your family. And we wish you well. Your next event we know is coming up in a couple of weeks' time. It's the West Midlands Regionals. I'm sure you'll be fantastic, but really well done. And it's just another example of one of our students having a passion for something and then being prepared to do whatever it takes to pursue that passion and really develop it to give themselves every opportunity of success. We see it and we hear it a lot. Just another great example. So really well done, Ella. And then just to finish off the video, it leaves me to say, have a really nice half-term break. I hope you managed to get some nice family time, some good rest. And I just want to say on a personal note, thank you very much for all of your support during my first term at the school. It's been an absolute delight to work with you, and I'll certainly be having a rest too over half-term, but really looking forward to coming back on Monday the 6th of November to kickstart term 2. Thanks very much.